2 years ago, I was a principal engineer at Amazon. Last year, my business did $985,000. This year, I'm on track to do $2 million. How does one person build $1 million business after leaving corporate? I'm going to break down exactly how this business works, including my revenue numbers, where my time goes, and the system that makes it all possible. And I'll show you the AI agent I built that's letting me scale this year without becoming a bottleneck. I've been building this entire business inside of Notion since day one, 5 years now, back when the channel was just me in my basement. It's not a sponsor I took because they pay well. It's a tool I'd use and have used religiously if they paid me nothing. Every creator business that works has 3 parts. Most people only ever see one of them. Let me show you all 3. I think about my business as a flywheel with 3 components: content, clients, and knowledge. If you've ever worked at Amazon, you know that we're obsessed with flywheels. Bezos built the entire company on the concept he drew on a cocktail napkin. The big thing about flywheels is that each element of the flywheel helps the next. Every action makes it spin faster. Mine has 3 pieces instead of 4: content, clients, knowledge. It's the same principle, just a different business. Turns out you can take the man out of Amazon, but you can't take the Amazon out of the man. Most people think a creator business is making videos, getting views, and collecting ad revenue. That's only 1/3 of the picture. Let me show you how this actually works. The first node is content. This is everything I publish: YouTube videos, the weekly newsletter, the podcast, LinkedIn, all of it. This is how people find me. Right now, the YouTube channel has about 200,000 subscribers. The newsletter has about 40,000, and I'm active on LinkedIn and a few other platforms. Every script, every newsletter draft, my content calendar, it all lives in Notion. It's the single workspace where content goes from idea to published. And it's been like that for the past 5 years. This part of the business mainly generates revenue directly through sponsorships, memberships, and ad revenue. In 2025, sponsorships represented roughly $312,000. But it's not the whole picture, and it's not even the most important part. The purpose of content isn't just to make money. It's to grow attention at scale by building trust. Every video that I make, every newsletter that I write, that's how I give value to an audience of people who care about their careers. What builds the business is what happens next. Some percentage of the people who watch my content will decide that they want more than a free video or a newsletter article. They want real help. And that's the second node. The second node for me is clients. These are the people who go deeper, who move from watching content to working with me and my team directly. My coaching program is called Top Tier. It's for software engineers and scientists who want to get stellar performance reviews and get promoted at big tech companies like Amazon, Google, and Meta, but also small to medium-sized companies. In 2025, the coaching business did $673,000. That's more than 2/3 of my total revenue. Content attracts an audience, but clients are where that audience becomes a business. Every coaching call gets recorded and transcribed automatically by Notion's meeting note taker. So every client interaction isn't just a session. It's a data point that goes straight into the system. And that matters because of the third node. The third node is knowledge. And this is the one that most people miss entirely. Every coaching call I do, every question a client asks me, every pattern that I see across hundreds of clients, that's where I'm accumulating and synthesizing knowledge that nobody else has. I have hundreds of hours of coaching transcripts. I built frameworks for how to build a strong coalition at work, how to be visible, how to find scope when you're not given the best projects, how to maximize your impact and grow your influence. That knowledge isn't just sitting idly in a database. It feeds directly back to the content. The best newsletter I write next month will probably come from a question a client asked me this week. Knowledge becomes videos, social media posts, and newsletters. Knowledge makes content better, which attracts more clients who generate more knowledge. The book I published last week is the clearest example of this. I took everything that I'd learned from nearly 1,000 interviews as an Amazon bar raiser and hundreds of coaching sessions, all of that accumulated knowledge, and turned it into a durable piece of content, my book. Technical Behavioral Interview, an Insider's Guide, hit #1 in job interviewing on Amazon and #2 on computer software. That's knowledge becoming content, and that content creates new clients, thus the flywheel. But here's the thing about the flywheel. The nodes alone don't do anything. At Amazon, we used to say that the flywheel is only as strong as the connections between the parts. The nodes are my business. The arrows, the connections between them, that's what makes it spin. Those arrows are Notion. I've been running this business in Notion for 5 years. But what changed everything wasn't Notion the workspace. It was Notion the accelerator. Custom agents that sped up the connections in the flywheel. Let me show you what I mean. In my last 2 videos, I showed you 2 of these arrows. The first arrow connects knowledge back to content. The question it answers is, out of everything that I know, what should I create next? I built a custom agent in Notion that reads my newsletter database every Monday morning. It looks at what's performing, spots the patterns, and gives me 10 suggested topics with a specific angle for each one. I started my week with abundance instead of an empty page. That agent turns accumulated knowledge into the next piece of content. It's the arrow from knowledge to content. The second arrow connects content to clients. One piece of content is transformed into multiple formats, each one pulling people a bit deeper into all of my stuff. I built a second agent that takes every newsletter I publish and drafts posts for LinkedIn, X, and my community. Each one is adapted for a specific platform, including, by the way, the posts that are probably promoting this video. Those 2 arrows keep the flywheel spinning. But the biggest constraint on my business has nothing to do with the content. It's on the coaching side, and solving it is what's letting me go from nearly $1 million last year to $2 million this year. Let me give you a quick history of my coaching business, because this is the part that most people never see behind the curtains. When I first started, it was one-on-one coaching, just me and a client on a Zoom call. That was great for quality, but it was terrible for scale. I hit a ceiling almost immediately. There are only so many hours in a week. One-on-one meant my revenue was capped by my calendar. Raising my prices didn't solve this problem. So I shifted to a community model with group coaching, one-to-many in a small group setting instead of one-to-one. That unlocked more revenue and honestly a better experience for clients because they could each learn from each other, not just from me. But even with more efficient group coaching, I was still the bottleneck. Every session still ran through me. So I realized the business couldn't grow past a certain point unless I brought in more people to help me serve these clients. And that created a completely new problem. The thing about a coaching business is that people are buying you. They're buying Steve. So how do you bring somebody in to coach on your behalf when the whole value proposition is you? Here's what I figured out. I went back to my client roster and found happy clients that I had helped get promoted to the principal level. People who love the community, who are fully bought into my frameworks, and who are operating at a high enough level that they bring their own experience to the table. Now, I have a team of coaches and customer success managers. These people are credible and talented in their own right, but there was still a gap. These coaches are great. They have deep experience, but they haven't sat in on every coaching call that I've ever done over the past 2 years. They know my system, but they don't know how I'd handle each situation. When a client brings a tricky situation to one of my coaches and the coach wants to know how I'd approach it, what do? They could ask me on Slack and wait, but that doesn't scale either. And then I realized I already have everything I need inside of Notion. Every coaching call gets transcribed by Notion's meeting note taker. I've got hundreds of hours of accumulated knowledge all sitting there. So I built a custom agent. I pointed it at all of that context, and I connected it to our team Slack. Now, when one of my coaches is working with a client and they hit a scenario they haven't seen before, they don't wait for me. They go to Slack and ask the agent. I didn't create some half-assed Steve GPT. The agent doesn't replace my coaches. This is definitely not a replacement for intimate group coaching. My team of humans brings their own judgment, their own career experience, and augments it with my material. But when they want to know, what would Steve say? They get an answer in seconds, pulled from every call that I've ever done. This changes the economics of my entire coaching business. Before this, growing meant that I either do more calls, which doesn't scale, or my team operates without my institutional knowledge, which drops quality. I'm not prepared to sacrifice either. Now, my team has access to everything, and I'm not the bottleneck anymore. That's how a one-person coaching business goes from $673,000 to being on track to more than double this year. Not by adding more of my time, but by making my knowledge available to the people who can use it, all with the help of Notion agents. Setting up the agent takes about 2 minutes. You give it a name, write instructions in plain English describing what you want it to do, and then tell it what it has access to. Then you point it at your data. In my case, that's hundreds of coaching transcripts, my frameworks, and my session notes. Connect it to Slack, pick the channel, and set the trigger. And now any coach on my team can ask a question in Slack and get an answer based on every coaching call that I've ever done. This is what it looks like in practice. So here's a hypothetical example. Coach Steve, a client just got moved to a new team after a reorg. They had strong promotion momentum with their old manager, but now their skip level doesn't know them at all. How would Steve approach this? And look what comes back. 5 concrete steps. Get a written handoff from the old manager, re-anchor expectations with the new leader, run a 30-day re-intro campaign with the skip. It's even citing which transcripts and frameworks it's pulling from so the coach can go deeper if they want. That's how I would actually coach this situation, pulled from real sessions that I've done. My coach gets it in seconds instead of waiting for me to respond in Slack. This is what a one-person 7-figure business that doubles looks like in 2026. Content, clients, knowledge. That's the flywheel. And Notion is what makes it spin, from the workspace where everything lives to the agents that connect the pieces. At Amazon, they taught me that the best businesses are flywheels. I just didn't expect to build one from my home office. Try custom agents in Notion. The link is in the description.